Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ben Robbins. I'm from the Lost World of Movie Props, and I'm here today with the most electrifying man in all of Hollywood, Mr. James Pax. How you doing, sir?
Very well, Ben. James Pax, the lightning here. Let the lightning strikes around your room, around the whole UK as lightning, the sorcerer. Although I didn't talk much in the movie, but now I'm doing all the talking. You hear me? So be
I give
there and be square, and let's all meet up there. Have a great time at this Hawkinge TV and film. That's what we're going to
that's
be talking about today.
that's correct. So, just to let's dive a little bit into this. So, you haven't been to the UK since what 25 years ago it was the last time you come.
Yes, I was there 25 years ago, by another London Comic Con organizer. I don't want to mention the name,
Mm.
but I consider this is my first time, I would say, and as you know, it's the 40th anniversary of Big Trouble in Little China.
Mm.
40, can you imagine? And
I know.
still around, gathering momentum everywhere around the world. I have been doing Comic Con for 3 years in the States, and I've met fans from age of 17 all the way to 70 come in, a wheelchair, and I try to take care of all my young and older fans. And it's really a blessing, I have to say, that after 40 years, it's still building up the fan crowd, especially the young ones. And that's what I really treasure, is to meet the young fans, so that I will carry those young and older fans into my future projects as I have become a director and a screenwriter through the years. But let's not talk about that. Let's just talk
No.
about Hawkins. Yes.
So when you come to Hawkins, obviously, like you just said, there's generations of people coming to meet you. There's going to be grandparents bringing their kids and bringing their grandkids. So what's it like knowing after 40 years, your film's still bringing families together and raising families on your film?
As I was saying, it's a blessing. That's such a wonderful, dynamic film that came out in '86, directed by the wonderful genius director John Carpenter. I really see him as one of the five best director in Hollywood. And he's genius because he touched on many genres, although a lot of sci-fis and horror. And this is truly a classic, although he didn't write the script, but his vision of putting this film together is just magical, I would say. It's a simple storyline, right? About this 500-year-old man, a low pan, wants to marry these two green-eyed girls. That's all it's about. But it become a roller coaster ride, to have Caruso carry on the story, telling us what's going on and all of that. And things just happen so quickly. But the beauty of it is a simple story with wonderful actor like Kim Cattrall and Caruso, myself, and many others, that we were able to put out this film, wonderful film 40 years ago, and it's still going strong with the young and older, the parents or the grandparents showing their kids. You got to watch this movie. The beauty of it is you see many movies today, okay? But I really feel a lot of movies are way too violent. Maybe only for the adult crowd, but really a movie that for the entire family, this is perfect because it's got all the funny lines and easy understandable characters and story. And on top of that, it has the wonderful one-liner, and with beautiful green-eyed girls and all the scary lightning, thunders, and all of everybody, and great kung fu fight scenes and my sorcery lightning power that just really puts, the younger audience in awe. They say, wow, this is amazing. And I think that's the beauty of this movie. On the other, to really analyze it, as I'm a sort of like a film critic, the beauty of the 80s movie is everything you see on the screen is real and not CGI and not green screen. Because back
Wonderful,
then
yeah.
there was no CGI. So every little Buddha you see and every neon sign that you see in the temples, you know, big dome scene in the end, it's all real. It was all handcrafted by these carpenters with nails and with woods and all of that. And when I remember when I first came in from New York to the set, first time in Hollywood, walking into Hollywood and to the Universal set, I began to realize, wow, I'm finally in the city of filmmaking, you know, the kingdom of filmmaking in Hollywood. And it is really different, you know, than what you imagine. Because you walk into a studio that is as big as like a aircraft, you know, carrier, whatever you call it, you know, that's where you can store a whole aircraft in there. And yet it has everything, lighting and aircon and everything. And for the movie itself, we have about 10 different studios built with different sets. That's what makes this movie so special, because all the sets are real. Instead, all the Marvel today and all the Disney movie live action, sorry, it's all green screen. Wow.
I mean, that's what made it so much more real. Like you said, it's all real, and you can just actually reach out and touch it and see it all. So when obviously when you come over to Hawkins, are you going to be sort of standing behind the table? Are you happy to come around the other side and like shake people's hands and meet them? Are you going to be really interactive when you come over? Because some people, they do tend to sit there sometimes, but I've seen your posts on Instagram, and you're you're on it.
I'm the kind of man who likes to interact with, especially my fans. Maybe not when I go, you know, into a meeting, you know, I just sit there and do the talking. But with my fans, I want to make them feel like they're with a family, because I treat my fans just like a family, young and old, and I really try to take care of them, because it's an experience for them. And just imagine if I were to visit an idol of mine, I I have all these imagination. Oh, am I going to be treated, you know, nicely? Is he going to shake my hand, or is he just going to sit there, you know, and just say, hey, next one, right? But I said, no, that's not what I want to do with my fans. I want to make them, if it's 30 seconds or if it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I want to make them a unforgettable experience. So I often, you know, do the fist shake, and if they want a selfie, then I usually, you know, get close to them, and I always show them how to be a lightning, you know.
Nice.
When they extend their fingers with energy, that's when the lightning will strike and the whole room is going to fly. And the fans are very happy with the way I teach them how to be a lightning, so that they get this electrifying experience with me, and it's documented on their phone. And that's what I want to do, you know, to share my energy with them, my positivity. I believe in sharing positive energy, not lethargic, you know, oh yeah, right, right. No, it's got to be up and energetic, you know. That's the way I do my meet and greet with every fan
Yeah.
of mine. Yes.
So when the fans come to meet you, I mean, you'll be signing 8x10 pictures, but I imagine fans are going to bring all sorts with them. So are you happy to sign anything they bring along? And what's the craziest thing a fan's brought with them for you to sign as well? There must be all sorts over the years.
Oh, well, you know, we have the video games, which I never even realized there's a video game of Big Trouble, but they say, oh yeah, it was out in Europe so many years ago. You probably cannot even find it. And then the VHS, the real copy of VHS, and then of course the beautiful book, you know, thick book, you know, that's collector's item, hundreds of dollars. And then there's also hundreds of dollars cost of board game, they call it board games, beautiful board games, you know, all kinds of things. And then the most common ones are the action figure, lightning action figure, and Funkos. So I pretty much sign everything and DVD, big giant posters and things. But one great thing is some of the fans bring gifts for me. You know, they hand painted lightning message and all of that, which I really appreciate. And I keep them all in a treasure box because I'm looking to open up a restaurant, you know, maybe in Los Angeles or somewhere in the States. I'm going to have a display case to display all my fans' gifts for me.
Yeah.
That's what I really treasure. And just so you know, I even have a pair of sneakers that is hand designed and painted with the design of lightning and Big Trouble in Little China. You know, it was a couple of $100, and I haven't really had a chance to wear it because it's so precious. I don't want to wear it, but I will wear it. I think I will wear it when I have a big project coming up. You know, that will be my own movie as I'm a director, and for the opening party, the premiere, I'm going to wear my lightning shoes so I can.
Oh, wonderful. Because you're coming for 2 days, so you're not just going to do the one day. You're doing the Saturday and Sunday. So if fans can't make the Saturday, they can catch you on Sunday as well. So are you excited to do 2 days as well in the UK?
Yes, in the States, they even have 3 days events. And
3 days.
yeah, 3 days, you know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And even San Diego Comic Con is known to be one of the biggest. You know, they draw about 60, 80,000 people. And they have 4 days, you know, that kind of thing. It's 4 days is a little too much for me, of course.
Yeah.
But I've experienced that. I said, that's way too much. 3 days I can take. 4 days is just grinding for my body.
Yeah, of course.
But definitely I'm looking forward to meet all the fans in UK, even in Europe. We even have a young man, Alex, is coming in all the way from Germany just to meet me. And he's very excited. Can you imagine a young teenager? He said, oh, I'm underage. I cannot go by myself. My mother is going to accompany me. I said, oh, well, good, 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 so that you are safe. That makes me feel grand, you know, and make me feel blessed. I have young 16-year-old fan coming all the way from Germany just to visit me. So I'm definitely going to make him very happy and the mother very happy as well.
That's awesome. That's so wonderful to hear. And I wanted to ask you a little question as well, going back to the film a little bit. So I watched your Black Eyed Peas interview,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you were talking about like a remake and a sequel and that. And you were talking about the end of the film, obviously, where Jack's driving away in the truck and the monster comes out.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a theory on how you could start off the second film as a sequel to carry it on.
Oh, yeah.
So when your death scene in Big Trouble in Little China, we see the Buddha get dropped on you and you disappear, but you steal the lightning and the explosion. So the lightning could be you stopping yourself hitting the floor and blowing up the Buddha, and you sneak off and survive. Because at the end, when Jack's driving away and the monster comes up, there's lightning that happens in the background. So that could be you coming to save Jack, and that's how we continue the story because you've turned a new leaf.
Well,
So that's
thank
how
you. You already wrote the opening scene of the sequel right there.
So yeah, you can take it and run with it, but we know the truth.
That's good. That's good. I see. Even fans like you can be so creative. You know, I have to tell you, the best era of Hollywood making is definitely, you know, during the 50s all the way till the 90s, whether it's the black and white film or 80s and 90s film, they have the best story, the best acting, and the best sets and the lighting and everything. I have to say, I'm very disappointed with the movie today, that how the Hollywood movies are being made today, because everything is so much CGI, nothing is real. Everything is blur out backdrop, that kind of thing, you know. So and the action wise, you know, if you look at Marvel, it's so boring. You know, I'd rather see a 70s, you know, Western, you know, even Western spaghetti. They have a good bar fight. Than watching any of these Marvel movie fights. Boom, boom, and the guy just the walls and everything. And the walls is not even real. It's all CGI. Oh my God. You know, I love those old good old spaghetti western, people falling off from the second floor right on the table, and then hitting each other against the poles, and the poles breaks down and things like that. Or the Japanese samurai, I don't know if you're into the black and white. I love the
Japanese, I am.
Swat one day, come on, swat swat two day, the person from the back, hua hua, all dead in a matter of maybe less than a minute. But just to build up that scene, there's going to be close up, and the feet moving, and the staring of the eyes, to build out that intensity. That's what I call great direction of action. Today, you look at these movies, Marvels. Oh, yeah, it's you. Boom, boom, boom. You have no expectation. It doesn't allow you to do any imagination. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, of course.
It becomes so, I call it cheap lunch fights. So no imagination. You got to have expectation. That's why when I was doing that interview with Taboo, I talk about one of the best scene, I think it will be the best scene for another 500 years, is Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris in the Coliseum.
I've seen that, yeah.
That is the ultimate kung fu fight scene ever. If you really think about how it's made, and I'm sure Bruce is the man who designed it. Everything is such detail. You ever see a movie before two guys fight? They do stretch outs, and all of that. And then there's a cat coming to the corner, go, yeah. Oh, and then boom, the two guys fight each other. No, I don't think I ever seen another movie with that kind of, preparation. That's the geniusness of Bruce Lee. That's why he's a legend. He's an educated man. I really think an educated man making a movie has his own philosophy. The way he speaks, all the phrases that he talk about. It's not a common man without knowledge. He is a philosopher. Till today, I even write scripts with his quotes. I reuse his quote just to make it dynamic for the young people to understand. This man, already half a century away, has said this, and these phrases can be used on everyday life of ours. That's the beauty of Bruce Lee, and I really tip my hat for Bruce and Chuck.
Yeah, of course. But that's what's so.
Yeah, and I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to follow on because obviously you're talking about the fight scenes and just how real it is. I mean, because I'm a referee in the wrestling business, so I'm in the ring with the boys and girls, and I see the bumps and the slams and the hits they take. So to see real stuntmen in fight scenes and in films, I sit there in the cinema and I'm in awe of that part. But then, like you said, you see the CGI, and that bit's boring. I'm always pointing out to my missus, like, you don't realize what just went into that stunt and the bump that guy just took, sort of thing. And it's the same with like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and even Jackie Chan. They did all their own fight scenes and all their own stunts, and you just don't get that anymore. And that's what creates like the flavor and the excitement in the fight scenes.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, I think Jackie Chan is a great stunt man. I mean, his films is very much about acrobats to me, and he is good in his own way, but my ultimate idol is definitely Bruce Lee. None other than Bruce Lee. Forget about the rest. Excuse me. Everybody comes out. Without him, there's no such an industry called Kung Fu martial art movie. There's only the Japanese samurai, the Hong Kong Shaw Brothers, they call it wuxia movie, but there would not be such a thing called Kung Fu martial art movie without Bruce and without Chow. Simple. So I have great admiration for these two men, actually.
So when you did your fight scenes, how much cinematic kung fu to real kung fu were you able to put in those scenes? So was there stuff where they tried to show you choreography, but you changed it to make it more real fighting styles?
Not really. In the making of Big Trouble, it was so complicated. And the choreographer, is the famous Yuen Wo Ping from Hong Kong. I think this movie was probably even before the making of Matrix, probably. I'm not sure. And he was kind of new to Hollywood, but you know, he already has a name in Hong Kong. He was busy choreographing the crowd fight scene, you know, the alley scene where the first fight is, which turned out to be great. So he really had no time to care for other things. He just came up to me, introduced himself, and he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, don't worry about me. You know, Mr. Yun, I know everything what I do. I choreograph everything I do, so you don't need to worry." He said, "Good, I trust you. Just do what you think is good." But John was very detailed. He told me that you're gonna have to do the movement, and we're gonna add in the lightning because we have a wonderful artist who is gonna draw in frame by frame. Wow, when I hear that, I said, wow, this is gonna be so incredible. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but it already sounded incredible to me. So then I begin to imagine what I should do to make it possible that it gives enough time for the lightning effect to take place. So every movement I do, I pause just to allow the time for the lightning to spread out to the rooms and things like that. And the timing was so perfect that the artist and I somehow just clicked together and everything looked perfect. I have to say, my lightning scene is the best ever. I doubt there's going to be another lightning scene, whether it's Mortal Kombat or Marvel movie, will have a better lightning scene. Why? Simply because it's drawn in frame to frame instead of the CGI. So, yeah, it was carefully designed, but I couldn't run around too much because of my big hat. So I have to stand still and just do very powerful and simple movement, but with a raw in between, just to, you know, accent the power. Just like Bruce Lee, you know, you go, he created all of that just for that character, you know. I think that's the beauty of being creative as an actor and as a action actor. I call myself. I don't call myself an action star. I believe I'm just an actor, you know, who does action and I'm a choreographer now, you know, through the years, and I have my own team of action kung fu stuntmen that perform all over Europe and also in Asia. It's called the Immortals. So my team will be performing with me in my next big movie called Vortex, which I wrote and I penned and I'll be directing. Yes, but let's not go into that. Let's further go into Hawkinge.
Yeah, of course. So when you actually come into the UK, are you flying out in a couple of weeks or are you just doing it like the day before?
Yes, I will be arriving Friday and the boss will pick me up and then we go to Hawkinge the same evening and get ready for the next day, Saturday. Yes.
Awesome. I mean, at Hawkins, it's a really nice, intimate kind of Comic Con. So there's no one rushing you at your table, so you'll have plenty of time to talk to fans and hang out with them. I mean, lots of the other guests they end up wandering around and just like hanging out with the fans. It's quite a good one. So it's not like the bigger ones where you've got security and event staff marching you around. You'll be able to just to wander about and do what you please a little bit sometimes. So I think you're going to love it.
Well, I'm ready to experience the Hawking treatment. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say, James, thank you so much for talking to me today. It was just a quick little catch up, obviously before the event, and just to get people knowing that you are flying to the UK and you're coming to Hawkins. It's May 16th and 17th, the Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely. So fans, bring everything you want me to sign, but I definitely will have 8x10s and 11 by 14 of me and Carter Wong Thunder, double autograph posters, and even 12 by 17 big poster of the double autograph. I have my own collection of action figures and lightning Funkos, and even the 40th anniversary keychains. Lopan and everybody, you know, that's so special. The fans go crazy on that. And even a poster specially designed for 40th anniversary with all the characters, main characters in it, and even with the best catchline, you know, one line thing. And what else do we have? Oh my God, so many things. Yes. Even DVDs. We have prepared some DVDs. For those who haven't seen the movie, you can buy the DVD and I'll autograph it for you. But bring me whatever you want me to sign and come have a good time, a great time with James. All right. Thank you. And I'll teach you how to be a lightning sorcerer.
Oh, it's about the fingers, isn't it? Spreading them out.
Right.
That's
Gotta
it.
stretch out with energy. Stretch out with the energy, and the lightning will strike around you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James. And it was such a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you, Ben. All right, I'll see you there, right, at the Hawkinge.
Yeah, I'll definitely see you there. Don't worry.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.